it just felt like the real deal. So I'd emailed a few people as well, and just I think they overdid it with the marketing a little bit. I'm still getting emails from all these different places now saying to, like, every second day or so. So I just thought it was really authentic, and I thought, well, I don't have to go into this much effort for an application form unless it's a pretty good course, and they're selecting people that they think should be there at this point in time. And so, yeah, I just had that gut feeling that was what I was meant to be doing. I didn't have too many expectations. I wanted to learn a lot about myself, and people, say yoga helps you find yourself and all that kind of stuff, and it kind of has. Well, a little bit. I think everyone's got a lot to learn about themselves because people change as well. So I just wanted to get away from everything that I perceived as my reality and just to focus on me and not focus on what my boss wants at work or not focus on what my boyfriend wants or anything like that, and just make me be the most important person for 3 weeks. Just get away from everything and just, yeah, the yoga was cool too. I've got some longer hamstrings and things like that, but yeah, that was definitely what I wanted to get out of it, and I did get that. I learnt that I was not breathing properly. That sounds really silly. In theory, everyone's breathing every day, but it has a lot of effects on you without you even realizing, when you're just constantly breathing into your chest, and makes you fairly anxious and things like that. And it just makes everything that you go through in life a little bit more difficult because you've been building up all these things, and it makes you slow down a little bit more because it takes you a lot longer to breathe as well. So that was probably the thing that stood out to me, because I did not expect that at all. Who comes to yoga and yoga teacher training and says that they learned how to breathe? So yeah, that would be my thing that stood out to me, and the thing that I'd want to take away with me the most, because it's something we're doing all the time. Most challenging would be just the fact that it is an intense course, and you are up at 5 o'clock in the morning, which is fun. It was actually really nice to be up at that time in the morning, and it goes till fairly late, and there's a lot to take in. But in saying that, I wouldn't have had it any other way. I think we've fit in so much in the last 3 weeks that I didn't expect to learn as much as I did in the last 3 weeks, and without the 12 hours of just immersing yourself in it and sitting in a room with all other people that are doing exactly the same thing, it would have been a completely different experience if it wasn't for that. There's something kind of really magical about being away from home, sitting on, floorboards on our yoga mats, just all learning and going through the same but completely different processes. So I don't think that anyone from home at the moment that I can think of anyway would really understand it. So it's nice when, you just feel like crying and you cry, that people understand it and they're like, yeah, that's all right. My perception of reality has completely changed. And that's something that I think that I could never go back to. And it's nice to know that if I ever sort of started to feel detached from the way that I feel now, that I can always come back to that just by sitting down and thinking about it. And just there's more to life than what I thought there was before I came here, and I kind of knew that already, and that's kind of why I wanted to come and explore that and and realize that, or have someone else embed that thought and say, well, you're exactly right.